Most history is written about men, and I think we're missing a lot.
There are so many women doing so many things that don't make history, but this is focusing on a few of the women who do.
It's great to understand history and to respect it and admire it, but I don't think we can put it on the shelf. We've got to live it, and in order to do that, you've got to see the connection between us and them.
Our heroines before us have fought our right to be able to vote, to be able to go to medical school, to be able to enter in the Supreme Court. We are here to carry that legacy.
These were tough women who were willing to take on controversial issues and to put themselves out there for both better and worse.
They had the capabilities, they had the knowledge, they had the education in their area, and they had the spine to move forward.
The definition of a maker is a woman who has, through her efforts and energy, changed for the better her community.
To be a maker, women need to be highly adaptable. You know, they've got to be able to adjust quickly and on the fly, and you know, they're stepping into a fast-moving current, and so they've got to be able to figure out how to swim in whatever current they step into. The assumption was that the family unit was just that, a unit, and that there was no need for individual rights. Legally, women could not do a lot of things, and they didn't have the right to run their own business, they didn't have the right to vote.
In Nevada, women achieved the right to vote in 1914, 6 years ahead of the national 19th Amendment.
After the war started, the men went into the armed forces, and so they needed somebody to replace them. And so instead of manpower, now we're going to have woman power. Women went into the workforce.
We are more familiar nationally with the image of Rosie the Riveter, who entered industry and built airplanes and ships. In Henderson, it was Magnesium Maggie.
The theory was you could give them a formula, much as the cake recipe. They could mix the chemicals safely, and it worked. After World War II, the stereotype of the working woman changed completely. Women realized they were competent and capable. They could do these things, you know, and American society would never be the same again.
Schools were segregated, communities were segregated. We had the famous West Side community that hardly had any of the amenities that you would find in any other community in Las Vegas.
But it was very difficult for African American women to get professional jobs, even if they did have some prior education.
Maids, porters cleaning the casino floors, cleaning the hotels, and maids, linen workers, those were the black jobs. But when you look at the jobs where lots of money were made, tips were good, those were all white jobs. So we had to find a way that blacks could earn some of those monies. The consent decree was passed. So blacks now could start working as cocktail waitresses, could start working as dealers on the Las Vegas Strip.
The Equal Rights Amendment just simply states that the rights of citizens under the law shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or any state based on sex.
What's wrong with asking that everybody be treated equally under the law? But, oh my goodness, the resistance was just incredible.
They would give arguments that, well, what if a woman was a firefighter? Of course, we now have firefighters. What if they went to war? They would be maybe in a foxhole with men. Then, of course, the whole argument on the fact that it was going to create this huge bureaucracy.
They were being covered by generally not women who didn't in any way identify with their problems. And I got to say, they put up a very good fight in the state of Nevada, but they didn't win it.
America is what it is because of higher education and people who believe in it and believe that education should go to everyone, no matter what their ethnicity or their color or their gender.
To me, the most valuable person coming out of a university system has had a broad exposure to various courses coming up.
You see how important it is, again, for all of us, whoever we are, wherever we are, individually and collectively, to do whatever we can to support education.
My message to her is that she has limitless opportunities and that the world's awaiting her and she can do anything that she puts her mind to.
Dare to stand in the front. Because if you stand in the front, you're equal to others. Dare to step up.
There's always going to be the obstacles. There's always going to be the folks that say no. But you have to kind of move on in spite of it.
Follow your passion. Follow your dream. Do not afraid of making mistakes. And be strong. And you can reach your goal.
All of the young folks that are out there are thinking about being leaders, and to remember that leaders happen at all levels, informally and formally, to be compassionate, to commit to that role.
Women has got to pull themselves together and try their very best to make this a better world or a better country, a better America.
Leadership support for the Vegas PBS production of Makers, Women in Nevada History is made possible by the Eleanor Kagi Foundation, a Lynn M. Bennett Legacy, supporting animal welfare and education-focused organizations in Southern Nevada, the Eleanor Kagi Foundation. Major sponsorships are provided by Cashman Equipment, a family-owned and operated company that is proud to be a part of Nevada's past, present, and future. Cashman Equipment since 1931. Frank and Victoria Fertitta Foundation Limited, supporting a diversity of causes and organizations that strengthen our community, securing the future of Southern Nevada through philanthropy. MGM Resorts International, which is proud to sponsor Vegas PBS and this broadcast as a celebration of the role women have long played in shaping Nevada. Additional support comes from Bank of America, Comprehensive Cancer Centers of Nevada, Nevada Humanities, Vegas PBS Women's Engagement Council.